next particular topic, right? So, do you want to start,
No,
or you want
you
me to start?
can. You can.
Okay. So, there's been so many games that we played over the years, right? And I
Yeah.
think there was the anticipation and excitement of a game coming out on another platform, or a platform that we had, because for whatever reason we were not able to get the other platform at that time, whether it was because of how much it cost, or what have you. And we always wanted to see games that were, let's just use this example for a second, arcade games to come home, right, to the consoles, right? And we were so excited that an arcade game at some point would come to the console, would come home entertainment, right? And we would say things like, hey, this game is just like the arcade, which was totally not true, right? Because when you go back and think about what you were seeing at the arcade versus what actually came at home, unless it was a direct port from that machine, to your home, then it wasn't just like the arcade. Maybe we could say Street Fighter V now is just like the arcade, right? Because it looks very, very close. That same system that they're using in the arcade bring home. Okay, so what's the point of that? So Sony recently, as they have been, especially with Horizon Zero Dawn and stuff like that, mentioned that they're considering expanding more titles to the PC platform. And Daniela, let me tell you, okay, when the internet blew up for that, I just don't understand why it's such a big deal now to keep certain titles on a platform and not allow other systems to enjoy it. So I'll kind of stop there, and we can kind of go back and forth on it. But I don't see the challenge. Go ahead and talk to me.
Elitist. That's what.
That's what it is.
Self-entitled elitist. Because really, for a very long time, Sony has really kept their exclusive specifically on their consoles, and that's all they've ever pushed for. Is like, you want to play this game, it has to be on our platform, and it's worked for them, kept them in business. So it really though, it makes sense for Sony to kind of at least start expanding and to accept that some of their first title um, games should be on another platform, especially if they want it. If these studios want to keep thriving, they need to expand and rejuvenate that interest into them and put it onto PC. Horizon, being one of them, which did great, and um, I don't, I don't personally understand why PlayStation players get so upset when a game that's exclusive on top of the platform, that's their preference, gets released onto PC like a year later or 2 years later, whatever it may be, it just goes
Right.
onto PC and they're just so upset. Like, I've supported for this long. That's why I got this. I'm like, okay. So they want more people to enjoy a game that you loved. What is so bad about that? It's kind of like you don't want to, you don't want to get a PC and play PC games, enjoy the games on top of there. That's not on top of Sony. Some people don't want to get a console. They prefer
Right.
their PC. And they want to enjoy the games that are on console. Like it doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And the fact is there's a lot of like even between Xbox and PlayStation, there's a lot of things that are exclusive that's like timed console or timed platform exclusives. Like and it happens across multiple games. Like, oh, like take example COD. Like they have a lot of things that are like, oh, this is going to be on PlayStation first or Xbox first for 1 year or for the first 3 months, and then the next one gets it over there. You don't have people getting upset, well, not nearly as upset as when a PlayStation game comes onto PC. That mindset, that thinking, that rationale does not compute in my brain at all. So I don't get it. I don't understand people. Like, let people enjoy the games that you love too. But it makes sense that really PlayStation needs to expand into having that happen.
So here's the other thing, right? I don't know how this happens, but the fact that somehow people forget that these are businesses, okay? And anytime you can make more money as a business, you're gonna look to do that. I don't see why they don't see the fact that whether it's Microsoft going with the particular vision that they're going with the Game Pass, which is great. You know, I'm not knocking the Game Pass because that's the direction that Microsoft feels that they need to go. That's fine. Okay, Sony has decided that, hey, you know what? We want to expand more games onto the PC platform, and it specifically says why. You know, it's about profitability, right? They want to see the ROI on that. They probably see something great with the numbers that they probably got from Horizon Zero Dawn. Now the next game I would love to see on there would be, you know, like an Uncharted game, right? Because Uncharted had multiplayer components to it. And I would love to see how Sony would work the multiplayer component aspect of the Uncharted games, because that can be really fun multiplayer, and how that would translate on a PC platform. I'd be so excited to see that. And even if you look at Uncharted, you know, Lost Legacy, you know, Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, all those games running at you know, 1080, 60 frames, you know, that just, it's just beautiful, right? So profitability is a thing for businesses. If you want to continue the business or have the business thrive, you want to make more money, and they see that as a great option for them to continue selling their games, right, digitally, as well as a great ROI on that.